Good morning, Paul and Tammy. I am out at Ellison Lakes taking a look at the townhome. Still have not heard back from the HOA, but I'm going to follow up with them again once we leave. As I mentioned before, this is a community I've sold several properties in, and this is one of the nicer ones I've seen in a while. This is an in-unit towards the front of the neighborhood. Easy access to Highway 41, easy access to I-75. We're less than 10 minutes without traffic to Kennesaw State and less than 10 minutes without traffic to Kennestone Hospital. We're also very close to Kennesaw Mountain, which is just one of our best areas in this part of the city. It does have a 2-car garage and a covered entryway. HOA does do some exterior maintenance, but this is a fee simple community. So the exterior maintenance for the most part is left up to the homeowner. I believe their extent that the HOA covers is just the landscaping and any sort of drainage and sewer issue. So that does mean the homeowners are going to be responsible for the roof. I can't get a great view of the roof here, and it's not listed on the disclosures, but looking at the other underside from the attic, I don't see any immediate or obvious issues. Obviously something we'd want to look at on inspection. Now, what stood out to me is how this home presents when you walk in. It is one of the more updated homes I have seen in the community. We'll say it does appear a little dark in here because they have energy saver bulbs everywhere. And so one of the first things I would do before showing this home to a tenant is go through and change out all the light bulbs and really try to brighten this place up a little bit. But as you can see coming in, we've got actually a full foyer. These are oak hardwoods. They're glue down, so we can't, they could probably be refinished one time. They do show some wear and tear in terms of being scratched because they are a dark finish, but I don't see any damage and nothing that I'd run out to have redone immediately for renters. Perhaps down the road, if this were going to be a flip, or you're trying to liquidate the property, you might consider refinishing these hardwoods and freshening them up, but they're in good condition for a renter. Off to the right, we have a remodeled bathroom. The homes here were originally built with linoleum in both the kitchen and baths. This one has tile. Everything in here has been freshly painted. So you've got a very neutral gray. We'll get back to the garage here in just a little bit. Right as you come out of the foyer, you've got a nice little reach-in coat closet. Most of the units in this area have these nice little alcoves. And then one of the things I like about the larger units in here is you do have a formal dining area, as well as an open concept family area with an electric starter fireplace and an open concept kitchen. These units were not built with granite. So this was an after construction addition, as was the tile floor in here. And again, you could see some of the wear and tear on the hardwoods, especially on the transition strips. For renters, I'm not sure I would spend a lot of money fixing that or changing that right now. Maybe down the road, after a couple renters have come in, may have to do some repainting or restaining of the cabinets and the transition strips. But right now, this house is rent ready. The refrigerator is a little bit small. It's seen its better days. I would probably consider changing out this refrigerator before renting. As you can see, you've got a lot of space to put a full size in here. The stove is also a little bit older. It does seem to work, which is a good sign. You know, again, one of those things that I would probably leave it in place, and then if there were ever an issue, I wouldn't spend the money to fix it. I'd just throw a new stove in there. I was pricing Samsung gas stoves the other day, and they've come back down in price. You can get one for $800 now. The microwave does appear to be newer. Has a reach-in pantry, which is nice. As I mentioned, open concept. Frigidaire dishwasher was standard in here. And then you've got your backyard area. And let's step out there before we head upstairs. Now, HOA does manage landscaping, and I have noticed around here that some of the backyard maintenance has not been as great lately, but they typically focus on the drainage areas, the common areas, and allow the tenants to do whatever they want back here. As you can see, they do handle termite as well. Where we are standing is 300 degrees due west, and it's covered in trees. So between the building and the trees and the way this is facing, it's not getting a lot of sun back here, which is why you're starting to get moss and a little bit of standing water back here. One of the things I would suggest as a homeowner, you can see they actually went with a rock garden there. I would probably come in here and just install some sort of ground covering just to keep the moisture moving away from the house. And same thing in this bed. I would just load this with some Liriope. So it'd be literally no maintenance for the tenants and keeps the moisture away from the house. Maybe even along the same side here, $100 in Liriope and just absorb all the moisture you can. Goodman unit, it is not original. I took a picture of the serial number and we'll get the age on that as soon as I can, but it is not original to the house. The furnace upstairs appears to be in very good condition. It is original. It's a 2004. But I turned the heater up when I got here, got more than a 20-degree difference in room temperature and air coming out of the unit. So I think it's working fairly efficiently. That said, I did notice a lot of dust around the return vents, especially upstairs. Might consider doing a full HVAC service, and the compressor outside does need a good acid cleaning. Looks like it's been a little while since that happened. The garage is a 2-car garage. However, as was standard around here, it is wired for garage door openers, but there are no garage door openers. Probably under, but figure right around $1,000 to put in 2 garage doors. It does come with washer and dryer. Moving upstairs, you can see they actually removed the carpet, painted the risers, and put proper treads on here. Treads show a little wear and tear just in coloration. I don't think they were stained correctly to begin with, but again, I wouldn't go spend money to restain these treads. As I mentioned, the house was recently painted. And so I don't foresee any painting needs in here for the first round of tenants. Hardwoods were carried upstairs into this common area. What's great about this common area, we're seeing a lot of people start to use this as a second family room. So it is actually wired for cable so that you can mount a TV here. Some people use it as a gaming area. Some people will use this as their office. Or if this became student rental, this is a great study area, hangout area. Your laundry room is upstairs. We'd have to get that washer and dryer upstairs installed, but you do have a laundry room up here. And then the forward facing or east facing room is the master. It's a good size master. It's probably 15 by 15 with a massive closet. Now you could see this is a east facing, and I put it on the compass. It is 90 degrees east. So it's getting a lot of morning sun in the front of the house. So you're gonna have a very bright master. Your master bath, excellent condition. This was aftermarket. Typically these garden tubs were done with plastic surround and a shower insert. So this was done by one of the previous owners. This looks like a newer shower pan, and the tiles all in excellent condition. So I don't foresee any needs to touch this master. It's also got a very large double vanity with what looks to be some newer cabinetry. I think this was done in the last couple of years. And you can see the tile actually goes all the way up. And then it's extended into your water closet as well. So really well done updates in the master suite. Now going across the hall, you've got two bedrooms that are similar size. This is a 10 by 10, 11 by 11, probably 11 by 11. This is bedroom 1 with a reach-in closet. Bedroom 2 with a little bit larger of a closet. And bedroom 2 actually connects to the bathroom. Little linen closet here in the hallway. Prefab sink. Looks like it was probably installed recently. Mirror has been taken down but can easily be remounted. The light actually has seen its better days. This is something I'd probably spend $50 and get a new light. It's got some rust marks on it. May not have been bathroom rated, or it may have been a situation where someone wasn't running the fan when they were showering in here. But the ceiling looks fine for the most part. You got a little rust on the air vent as well. I would flip that out for a plastic air vent. I'm thinking someone was just not running the fan when they were showering in here. Again, you can see the updated and upgraded tile. Overall, this is a great townhome. This will rent extremely quick. I think you have a lot of options with this townhome. Because of the location, you could make this a short-term hospital rental. You could put a family in here long-term because of the school district, right around the number we talked about at $2,200 a month. Or you could turn this into student housing. And with student housing, I would consider doing somewhere around $1,000 a month for the master and $800 a month for the 2 secondary bedrooms. Potentially include electricity in that. Make them pay for their own cable and internet service. Water, trash is already included in the HOA. So you wouldn't have a ton of utilities. Would need natural gas, but you could also include that in their rent as well, and maybe even bump it up $100 each for each of those rooms. If you have any questions, I'm going to snap some pictures while I'm here. They are going to have an open house on Saturday, I believe. And so I don't think she's going to accept any offers before her open house. She gave me some ideas of what the seller is looking for and what he's an investor and doing a 1031 exchange so that he can buy a property down in Florida. So he's got some pretty strict requirements and financials he's trying to hit as well. But ultimately, I think this has good value. I think it's got a good cap rate. I think it's going to continue to grow. And this could be a nice little moneymaker.